Like, you really got to put your emphasis. Yeah, you're not saying Tuah, you're saying Tuh, you know? Like, you got to really put your back into it. Tuh.
Mankind has created many disasters over the past couple hundred years. Chernobyl, nuclear weapons, Long John Silver's. But a new thing has just come about that qualifies as maybe the worst thing ever created, and it is the Talk Tuah podcast by Haley Welsh, the person who, she said Hawk Tuah about spitting on a penis in an interview, and now all of a sudden she's a celebrity for some reason. Well, that wasn't enough. She has decided to start a podcast called Talk Tuah. Now, when I heard about this, I said to myself, this is the worst thing ever. Until I read the reviews. I was a miserable alcoholic until I discovered the Talk Tuah podcast. I'm a 41-year-old surgeon. Mid-operation, I got an important message that the Talk Tuah podcast was released. I dropped everything and rushed home immediately. Currently fighting on the front lines in Ukraine, and everyone has called a truce to watch episode 1 of the Talk Tuah podcast. So clearly, this is actually the greatest thing ever. So I, like a soldier in Ukraine, put myself on the front lines and I listened to the Talk Tuah podcast. I don't know why I do these things to myself. I suffer so much for you guys' entertainment, but I figured out someone has to give it a review, and I'm going to be that person. So today, I'm going to be giving my review of Talk Tuah podcast episode 1. So the Hawk Tuah girl, Haley Welsh, interviewed Whitney Cummings as her first guest, who is a female comedian. So yes, there was a lot of female genital jokes, just like this one.
Stop shaving your vagina hair.
Don't stop shaving your vagina hair. I don't know where the fuck Whitney's going with this. Don't stop.
No, I realized
we're going to grow it out and put babes in it.
I was dating creeps the longest time, and I didn't realize I was baiting them by having a bald pussy and Botox. Of course.
Yeah. A good portion of the interview was just talking about that type of stuff. And something I noticed was, I feel like Haley, Hawk Tuah girl, has a lot of pressure on herself to be funny because, she went viral for being funny. So across the whole podcast, she was making a ton of very terrible jokes that did not land, like the whole Poochie Banana thing. Take a look.
18 and 18 so that you don't sweat. But then he was like, the sweat does have to come out somewhere. And it usually comes out in your...
In her Poochie Banana? What the fuck? In her Poochie Banana.
I don't know if she was trying to make like a new phrase or if that's an already existing thing, but it certainly did not land. I mean, even in the podcast, no one laughed. So it was a very strange thing there. But that was not even close to the worst moment of the Talk Tuah podcast. There was a 2-minute long maybe segment where Haley tried to teach her friend how to say Hawk Tuah. Take a look.
Hawk Tuah. You gotta put like an emphasis on it, like Tuh. Like really. Yeah. Say it. All right, all together. Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah. Say it aggressive, like Hawk really. Tuah.
Yeah, I wanted to put a rope around myself and do jump ropes with it when I heard that part. So I thought when I saw that segment of trying to teach her friend how to say Hawk Tuah, I thought that was the worst. And then it got worse. Look at this clip.
Got a soundbite. Yeah. It's going to make her as famous as Haley.
Holy shit.
I just
we have a sign called Shitting with Chelsea.
Hide it. I'm in.
She's Hawk Tuah, spit on that thing. I'm Hawk Tuah.
To shit on that thing.
Shit on that thing. Please get her a hat that says shit on that
thing. This podcast, as I listened to it, took an hour out of my day to listen to it. I grew I feel like I'm 30 years old after watching these clips. Overall, I don't know what the goal was, what the message they were trying to say. Who was the target audience for the Talk Tuah podcast? Because, we went from like interviews about how you got famous to talking about your Huchie Banana and this very, very weird clip at the end. Watch.
So you mean to tell me if Pookie has a tattoo on his leg right here that says party animal, I should embrace that? And be like,
Jesus, that's a fucking bad tattoo.
Is this funny to anyone? Because they're all laughing so hard that it seems funny. But as I was listening to it, I was like, who is this for? Because I genuinely do not understand. I personally believe that Haley Welsh Hawk Tuah, she is just trying to monetize her newfound fame as much as possible, make a career out of it, which I respect. Get the money. But I hope she understands she is producing some of the most mind-destructive content ever. Like, I listened to this podcast. It was just probably the most uninteresting, unfunny conversation I have ever seen. But because she's Hawk Tuah girl, it's going to get views. It's really just sad overall. So overall, I'm going to give the Talk Tuah podcast a 2 out of 10. Please don't listen to it. Read some books, research something you care about. Walk outside. Those are much better things to do with your time. So that's my review of the Talk Tuah podcast. Let me know your thoughts about anything in the comments. I'm going to go cry myself to sleep. So that's all I got for this video. See you in the next one. Peace.
Orange Peanut wants you to subscribe because he needs more money.